Thought I was finally rid of you, trying to break free from the ridicule. When I said I was done, that was literal, but everything to you seems trivial. You a demon that's holding me captive, break me down every time I get active. I'm grappling up my bracket, you said, look at me now, I'm the captain. Man.
Hey, what's up, RedTop Nation? It's y'all boy, man, the breaker of bars. Y'all see what we got here? We got a world champ in rap, a world champion in rap, Mr. Osyris Antham. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, y'all? Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
I appreciate you coming on, man. A lot of people kind of got wind of you about a week and a half ago when a little rap altercation kind of transpired with Royce the 5'9".
Yes.
That's how I got wind of you.
Yeah.
We're going to save that topic for a little bit later. Right now, we're just going to get into letting everybody know who you are and why prior to that were you relatively unknown in the YouTube community, shall I say, YouTube, Instagram community, because you're a world rap champion. So there's a travesty somewhere, the way I see it. Can you go into that a little?
So who I am, my name is Osiris Antham. I'm a rapper from Brooklyn, Flatbush, Brooklyn, to be specific. I've been on the rap scene for just a little under 10 years. Since about 2013, I've really been heavy in the scene, been writing for about 15, 16 years.
Okay.
Basically, if you want me to touch on the whole rap champion thing, I rock out with a crew called End of the Week.
EO Dub, right?
EO Dub, right? Okay. EO Dub. And that's been around for 20 years. 21 years coming up in August, actually. 21 years now. And they have a rap competition that they do in about 50, depends, some chapters sometimes don't do certain years, but they're in about 15 to 20 countries. And they do a competition every single year where each country rounds up rappers.
Can I stop you right there for a second?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't say 15 to 20 states. You said countries. So it's literally worldwide, not just a U.S. nation thing.
Yeah. Facts. This is literally worldwide. Yeah.
Okay. So when you say world champion, you're referring to rap around the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got you. You can go on from there.
Yeah. So they have this competition every year where each country has their own tournament where they get rappers to hop in this tournament. They'll compete against each other. And then the winner of the country tournament ends up representing that country in the world finals, just like the Olympics. Right?
Okay. Olympics of rap then.
Yeah, basically.
Rap, okay.
Not to be confused with the rap Olympics that used to exist 20 plus years ago, right? Definitely a different thing, but similar style of the racketing. And then we go to that. So every year, a home country is chosen. And then we all the winners of our country tournaments go to that home country. And then we compete against each other there. And whoever wins that competition amongst all those countries ends up being crowned a champion. And it's a whole thing. It's like a retreat. So we're out there for a week. And we do a whole bunch of different events while we're out there. And then it all culminates at the end of the week, pun intended.
Okay, there it is. Got it.
It all culminates at the end of the week with the competition, and then we choose our winner, and then we all celebrate and go home.
Okay, so in that so this is a rap competition. So this isn't, I think I can rap, I'm just out here doing it. This is big time.
Yeah. So, it's hard to win that competition unless you got some real talent.
How is the judging done in these competitions?
They have a rubric. I can't remember all of the categories off top.
So kind of like if you had style, cadence, kind of categories like that.
They judge you on flow.
Okay.
Creativity.
Okay.
Stage presence.
Okay.
Bars, and there's and crowd reaction or crowd interaction.
Okay, yeah. That's an interesting one. Now that one's interesting because I watch a lot of battle rap, and when you get the crowd behind you, it changes the whole feel of what's going on.
That's a huge fact. That's a huge fact.
So in this rap tournament,
mm-hmm.
you're face to face with basically the best of the best from another country.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you explain, like, because you say tournament, but it's in layers. It's not just a face off. Is it? Can you expound on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So the way an EO dub challenge works is, let's say it's the early preliminary rounds where they're first choosing people. They'll have 5 rappers. Each one has to show up with a verse that will be anywhere from 60 seconds to 2 minutes.
Okay.
For the first round. The second round, which is a song. The second round, you have to have a 60-second a cappella verse, no beat.
Okay.
Third round, they're going to have a grab bag. Sometimes they have a bin, sometimes they have a bag, and you have to grab items out of that bin, and then you have to freestyle on the spot about the items that you take out of that bin. Usually
are you looking at this item? Are you looking at this item?
Yeah, usually you're looking in the bin and you see the item and then you freestyle about it when you see it.
Okay, so usually you're looking at this item.
Yeah.
Now I've been privy to a video where I see you pulling out the bag blindfolded and wrapping the item.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what a level that kind of puts you in the top tier of rap to basically make you a champ?
That performance definitely helped me get some notoriety with some very respected rappers in the game, i.e. Lupe Fiasco, Mickey Facts.
Lupe is who started shouting you out.
Yeah, he happened to be one of the judges that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was one of the judges that night for the competition.
So that's why Lupe Fiasco, which we would eventually get into, Lupe is what started the mix between you and the person we're going to get to in a little bit. But Lupe speaks very highly of you, and Lupe being the writer and musician that he is, that to me that was like, okay, this guy must be serious, because I rock with Lupe hard. And Lupe's pen in this realm is vicious, and I also know Lupe can freestyle, which takes us back to the EO dub competition. Is it all freestyles or is it writtens involved? Is it all freestyle?
It's a mix. First 2 rounds are supposed to be written. There are times where guys will pull up, and if they're good enough, they can make it seem like they wrote it. But the first 2 rounds are supposed to be written. The third round with the grab bag is freestyle. The fourth round is supposed to be freestyle as well, which is sometimes they call it MC. Some countries call it MC versus the DJ. Some countries view it as just like a beat. It's basically the DJ throws on all these different beats from all different genres of music, and they can all be at different BPMs. And it's your job to never lose your flow and to stay on point with the beat, so that the DJ doesn't beat you in that round. And in the fifth round is supposed to be freestyle as well. Sometimes you'll mix in maybe a written bar with a freestyle, but you're really supposed to feed off of what so the fifth round is a cipher. Fifth round is a cipher between you and the other rappers in the competition. And then y'all supposed to spit 4 bars each for 3 rounds, and you're supposed to feed off what each other said. And whoever is the best performer in all 5 of those rounds collectively, whoever has the highest score, you win. All right. So that's pretty much how it goes. And that's pretty much how it goes down in every country, in every language,
That sounds like a complicated process. So to me, if you were able to win that, I can see where Lupe is coming from and why he labeled you as the best rapper in the world, because you have a kind of like if you went to school to get your degree as a doctor, you have the paperwork to kind of back it up, is where Lupe kept coming from.
Yeah, facts.
That rolls us into Lupe and his boy. That's his boy, Royce the 5'9".
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
That's Lupe boy. Like, they have podcasts and everything together. So what led us to us now knowing Osiris Antham is Lupe and Royce were in the back and forth. Royce seems like Royce don't like to he gives credit, but he's not finna say anyone's a better rapper than him.
Okay.
So his competitive nature, basically. So
yeah,
Lupe is always antagonized. They antagonize each other back and forth. So Lupe says, you need to go on EO Dub and back up those claims, basically. And then Royce kind of responds with, you could tell everybody at EO Dub that I wiped the floor with them.
This is what I want you to do next time you go to EO Dub. You go tell them motherfuckers, Royce the 5'9" said, I come up there and wipe the floor with all of them motherfuckers. I dare one of them to pull out a motherfucking freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go any further, when you heard that from because we can't dismiss Royce the 5'9" pen. He's an elite rapper, elite lyricist, elite. So we can't dismiss that. So when you initially heard that, what was your first reaction to? Hey, go tell everybody over there at EO Dub that I'll wipe the floor with. What was your first reaction?
Well, I was at work when it happened, and my first reaction was, oh, this is dope that Lupe and Royce are like talking about me. Like, I could barely focus on work. Like, that shit is fire. Right. And it wasn't until a couple of days later in that weekend, I think it was, so that happened on Friday, that live. And then I think Sunday I sat down and I had a chance to just listen to everything, because I had recorded some of it. Some other people had recorded some of it and sent it to me. And so I was really listening to everything. And, you know, Royce he said that, and he also threw a lot of other jabs as well. He was saying a lot of other, like, either directly condescending things, right, or things that were just kind of like being flippant and borderline disrespectful, you know, and definitely disrespectful in the rap world, right? Like, this is rap,
right.
So obviously this isn't real beef, but if you say that you better than another rapper in the rap world, that's basically saying, yo, I will beat your ass up, throw your hands, right? Like,
exactly.
You calling me pussy. That's basically what you do. I'm pussy? I bet, say less. You feel me? So when I heard that, I was just like, oh, word, like, all right, that's how we really giving it up. All right, so
okay,
all right, I'm gonna show you where it's at then. You feel me? And so it's kind of how I took it. Like, all right, I'm not gonna take that standing down, because at the end of the day, I'm a rapper, and
a world champion.
And a world champion. I mean, so regardless of me being a world champion or not, it's like, I'm a rapper. And if a local rapper said the things that Royce was saying, I would definitely be getting at him. Okay. So why would I let, you know, a famous rapper get away with saying those things? Even though it's all rap.
Right,
you know?
It's all rap. And so you respond with, I guess you hear it, you get wind of it, you absorb it all in. At what point during all that process did you say, I'm responding? Because this is still Royce. So what point do you say, I'm about to respond? And how did that process go? Because you responded pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, that Sunday it literally it was the moment where I said to myself, if this was a local rapper, if this was somebody that I knew from around the way, I would definitely respond. And when I had that thought, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. You feel me? And so I sat down, wrote my little piece. I had written and recorded like a little voice note of like my first 8 to 10 bars or something. And I posted it on Instagram. And then Lupe reshared it on his Instagram, right up to the line where I said, I don't know if you heard it, but right up to the white privilege line. And then Lupe reshared it on his IG. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's on. So I just finished up the rest of the bars after that moment. And then, you know, I posted it the next morning for the next day.
So once Lupe posted it, pretty much ensured that Royce was going to see it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
So you named this track, which I thought was clever, Royce the 6 Feet Deep. And I reacted to that.
Yes, you did.
I instantly called. I was like, he gave my man an extra 3 inches to put him 6. I was like, that was hard. So you write your response. You release your response.
Yeah.
Is any part of you concerned or worried of how Royce can, and I still think will, come back at you.
No, I'm not concerned. I'm pretty confident in myself as a rapper, and I feel like I've proven to myself that I have the abilities to do what I know I can do, and I'm not concerned about a rap battle. I feel like I have the chops to battle it out with anybody. I mean, you know, all respect as a rapper, I respect Royce. He's a very talented rapper, you know, but you know, I've had the confidence in myself to believe that I could go at it with Eminem if I wanted to. You feel me? And so if I needed to, if it was a situation where I'm like, I could hang with homie. So, and Eminem is a top-notch lyricist when it comes to that. So
do you have Eminem and Royce in the same category as lyricists?
Honestly, to keep it a buck with you, I don't listen to enough Royce.
Okay.
Like I've definitely heard a few Royce joints here and there.
Okay.
But I don't listen to enough of him to be able to be like, oh yeah, he's definitely of this caliber. I would say for the little I heard from the last 4 or 5 years, I wouldn't say that they aren't. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, if we go based on our history, Eminem obviously has a longer history of just like doing it at a high level from 20 years ago. You feel me? So if we don't give credence to that.
So with that in mind, you haven't listened to much Royce. So do you think does that mean you kind of, it don't matter who the rapper is, you essentially jumped into a battle blindfolded?
Nah, I wouldn't say it's blindfolded. I've heard Royce's music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I heard a couple of the bar exams. But like, if I'm going to evaluate a rapper's talent, I can't just listen to like 6, 7 songs, 8 songs. If you want me to evaluate a rapper's full talent compared to Eminem, I got to hear much more. But I think I know enough of Royce where I could say, all right, boom, I can hang with Royce. You feel me?
And you said that in the music, you was like, this is an appetizer. Maybe if I got to the full course, which was Eminem, that was a diss. Like you lightweight, but I thought that this, me personally, I thought that this, and as I said, still warrants a response because it's like you come to a man's house and punch him in the face, you expect a squabble basically. And if we're talking rap, you came in a man's house, EOW, end of the week, and not you didn't just punch him in the face, but everybody.
Yeah,
so,
real.
And like maybe he didn't expect anyone to respond.
Yeah.
And
I mean, so you know, he's a celebrity at the end of the day, and I'm not. Usually that line or that space between those two worlds, it's not even something to consider. You feel me? So like if I was, you know, you think of any rapper that you think is not that talented, if they had said anything, or if they had dissed Royce, but they're a celebrity rapper. If a celebrity rapper that you think is not that talented had dissed Royce, he would definitely be responding. Because it's like they're in the same space, they're in the same world. The value of that person's word versus, and that's just Royce, that's anybody. Any rapper who's worth their salt. If somebody who's on the same level of fame as them disses them, that's a different thing than if somebody who's not famous disses you, you know?
Okay. So in a way you weren't sure if he was gonna respond.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't.
We're gonna get him to respond. He has to respond. Osiris, he has to respond.
If he responds, man, we ready. We here.
If he responds, where do you go from there? Did you shoot your haymaker already? Have you shot your best shot already?
No, definitely not. I mean, but at the same time, you know, we keep that stuff close to the chest until it's time to, if there's ever gonna be time.
But you ready? You are ready, basically.
I mean, as a rapper, you got to be ready. And also, I mean, my personal opinion about as people who respect the lyrics of rap, when you really somebody who really stands on putting bars together. I'm a word nerd. Lupe, you know, Royce, you deal with the whoever, the Ab-Souls of the world, the like these guys, we all care so much about these words and putting these words and these flows together. You feel me? And when you have done it enough, when you have that confidence in yourself, you got to be ready and stand on that. That's how I feel, you know?
All right. So we at this point, we're just waiting. We're going to see if Royce responds.
Yeah. But, and if he doesn't respond, like, it's all good. You feel me? Hakuna Matata. Shout out to him for making his statement on his IG. You know, at the end of the day,
he did say he acknowledged you first off. So he did hear it. So he acknowledged you. He said he respects you actually. He said he respects you,
and I respect the brother as well. Yeah,
and it's just rap. At the end of the day, it's just rap. But in his response, I commented. I felt it was a little cryptic.
Yeah.
Which is why I tend to believe he's still going to respond at some point. We just don't know when, because he, But in his response, he's like, "I respect you and I respect what you're doing. You know, I give you your props and everything. And the only way I'm gonna respond is on wax.
It's in a competitive way.
Yeah. So I felt that what he said. The only way I'm going to respond is this way. I still feel there's something coming. Did you get that from that hearing that?
Definitely. The possibility is always going to be there, right? At the end of the day, it is all rap, but I was relatively disrespectful in the diss, and so somebody talking about you in that way, trying to discredit your career in a diss song, of course it's going to make you feel some type of way, especially if your man's is telling you this person is a better rapper than you. Yeah, that combination of elements is going to be like, nah, what? Okay, so the possibility is going to be there. Yeah.
So kind of moving on from there a little bit. I think Lupe is gonna tune him up real good. I think Lupe is probably in his ear like, when you gonna respond, man? When you gonna respond? I think that we square on Royce. If he responds, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I DM you. I'm sure. Hey man, either Roy. Hey, you sure you got something left, man? Royce came with it. We'll see. But moving on a little bit from that, man. Getting back to rap. You've mentioned Eminem being a elite rapper, basically.
Yeah.
So first off, who are your top 5 rappers, dead or alive?
Favorites or top 5 lyricists?
Top 5 lyricists.
Top 5 lyricists is hard. Lupe's number 1 for me. I got to put Hove up there.
Okay.
I feel like Black Thought got to be up there. Eminem.
King Crooked.
I feel like say one time.
King Crooked.
Nah. I'll probably put Most Def.
Okay.
Mind you, this is not my favorites. These are just guys.
Yeah, right. That you feel,
elite pens. Yeah.
So what about someone like Andre 3000?
Yeah, Andre 3K is definitely up there for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So that's that. Lyricist is hard. It's a real tough question. I just want to see how fast you were flowing them out there. But what are 5? They don't have to be rappers, artists that kind of influence how you rap or how you come at it.
That's a good question. Lupe. So first of all, Lupe's my favorite rapper, number 1 all time.
I can't knock it. Can't knock it.
Lil Wayne has definitely had an influence on my style, for sure.
Two bangers.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
Another one.
Talib Kweli. And I'll throw Hove in there. For sure. For 5, I'll throw Hove in there.
You got to get the New York brethren in there. I feel you. On that.
Yeah, of course. That was my first. I'm from Brooklyn, man. We love Hove, man.
Right. That's the epitome of putting the city on your back, huh?
That would be big time.
So that's that. Is there anybody, because look, EO-Dub is a platform in itself. So what I understand, you kind of having your probably fan base like around the world, basically. Mm-hmm. But why is EO-Dub itself not more known? Because you have URL, you have RBE. These are battle rap platforms. Mm-hmm. You have your mainstream rap. You have your underground artists. Why is EO-Dub, given the format that it operates in, why is it not more known? And are you an owner of EO-Dub?
No, I'm not an owner. No. I'm just a participant in the competition.
Okay.
That's a good question. I wouldn't want to misspeak, being that, I've never been part of the whole operations of EO-Dub over the years too heavy.
Okay.
I think from my perspective, I think it's a generation difference. When you talk about URL started when? In the late 2000s, early 2010s. RBE, I'm not familiar with.
That's when they kind of, I guess, went more mainstream. I remember they started on Smack DVDs, actually.
Smack DVD, yeah.
So they've
Smack
been
DVD,
back in the action, what, 90s,
2000s, yeah, 2000s. That's true. Smack was on the DVDs, and I think it's just more of the era that they started. You know, like EO Dub started in 2000.
Okay.
And they definitely were making noise. There's been a Mortal Technique, Poison Pen. There's been a Iron Solomon. There's been a Homeboy Sandman. There's a slew of rappers that have kind of like, who are like legends in the game, who have passed through. KRS-One has been on EO Dub stage a few times. Run DMC. There's a lot of legendary cats who have been on that stage, and I think it's just how certain things break. I don't think it's like
when you say on that stage, are you referring to those guys were like in the contest?
Some of those guys were. Some of those guys were just like at the shows performing. Like Iron Solomon was in the competition. MC Jin.
Okay.
He's been in the competition back in the day.
Iron Solomon's a battle rapper.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And so how did he do in the competition?
That's way before my time.
Okay. Gotcha. So
I don't know. But Blind Fury was in the competition. Immortal Technique was in the competition back in the day.
106 and Park legend, Blind Fury.
Yeah, OD.
So he's off the top with it for real.
Yeah, him and Jin was actually the first freestyle rapper I ever saw as a kid. He used to be tearing it up on 106.
And there was another one. What was his name? Moon.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah, he had one of my favorite battles. But
Skazu from Brooklyn. He was there back in the day. Yeah.
So, are you a better freestyler or are you a better writer? Because I asked this question because when you shot the disc back at Royce, you referenced that you came into his lane that means you came with the pen. You slid into his lane.
Yeah.
Which means you were writing with the pen. So it led me to want to know if are you a better freestyler than a writer?
I think I'm great at both, but if we want to quantify it by like wow factor or impressiveness, I think I'm much more likely to impress people with freestyling quicker than with the pen. Like I can write some great stuff with my pen, but I think I'm closer to the top of freestyling period in the world than the pen per se. You know what I mean?
Which will take me into my next question, because we've mentioned platforms like URL. By you being affiliated with EO Dub, are you not able to enter any of those? And they say come to EO Dub to check your talents over there, but are you able to go into something like URL battle rap? You have a name, so
yeah, definitely. If I had interest, I would. I'm just not necessarily. Definitely, I'm just not necessarily interested. Somebody came to me and they was talking, a certain number, and it was like, if you want to do this, and everything was something I felt comfortable with, I wouldn't shy away from it. But
So have you been reached out to ever for anything like that? Publicized rap battle?
As far as rap battles, I've done like little like lower tier things. Like there was this one on IG that I had done once, and then like before the URL stuff, I'd done like a whole lot of battles. Like in different venues, but as far as URL and shit like that, I haven't been reached out to.
So there's a pen I didn't get to ask you about, because when you were naming guys. What about King Los?
What about him?
What do you think about his writing? I have him top tier as well.
I think he's elite. He's one of the few guys who are elite at both,
right?
And writing. Yeah, King Los is his joints that he used to do over like other people's tracks back in the day. Used to always be like, used to kill niggas songs every single time back in the day. And he's a great freestyler as well. I kind of met him on Clubhouse a few months back, and like he was hosting something with Smack and them guys, and I was battling in there. And so, he's aware of me and he knows where it's at. So yeah.
He actually battles. And that's another guy I think is a tremendous writer. Daylight. He battles Daylight.
Yeah, so about 2 weeks.
Today.
Oh, it's today? Oh shit!
I think it's today. Don't quote me. I know RB.
Okay.
Yeah, it was today, July 10th. So
wow. Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to check that out.
Daylight is he is a crazy pen that's in the battle rap realm. Do you follow battle rap at all?
Lightly, I used to. Loaded Lux is my favorite. Love Loaded Lux. Mook used to be that guy back in the day in the DVD days, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to any of those?
Nah.
Okay.
Back in the day, nah. Them joints is always up in like Harlem and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Always too far. But yeah, Loaded Lux is my guy. If Loaded Lux has a battle, I'm watching it every single time.
Gotcha.
But everybody else is it kind of depends. But there's a few guys I like. I like so I'm old school with it. Cortez back in the day.
Oh, you okay?
Old school shit. Head Ice. Who else? Who else is somebody that I really rock with? There was this dude, I think he was from like St. Louis or Louisiana. Young Ill. I used to like Young Ill. You remember him?
Ill Will?
Nah, Young Ill. I think his name was Young
okay.
Ill. He's like from the Midwest or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I rock with battle rap a little bit.
Gotcha. So, not too personal, but just a question is, when Osiris is not rapping, Osiris is not writing, what is Osiris doing in those times?
Oh, I'm teaching. I teach. I teach rap and poetry to kids, and I also help.
Okay.
I also direct a program for arts program for kids.
Arts is a drawing or arts like music?
All type of arts, music, drawing, dance, videography, everything. Yeah.
Is this your business organization, or are you like a teacher?
No. I work for an org. I work for a nonprofit.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been rocking with them for the last 3 years.
Got you. So you're able to reach a lot of people through there, actually, huh?
Yeah, the kids, yeah, for sure. Tapping with a lot of students right here in the New York area. We try to provide services for, underserved kids, and it's a great program. I really enjoy it.
So I see you've dropped several more freestyles on your IG. Are you setting up a YouTube at any point? Are you going to be dropping music, albums coming, anything like that?
That's a good question, man. I'm kind of, I'll be just floating through this rap thing, man. I really love rapping. I really enjoy it. And I don't take it I'm not necessarily trying to be a rap star, but for my fan base, I appreciate having my fans that I have. And I like to just put stuff out for cats, for the people that rock with my sound, rock with my voice, rock with my flow, my bars. Whatever feels right, I put it out. So YouTube page, maybe. I'll see what happens. But I just go with the energy. That's what it's always been, man.
I think you should. I would capitalize on what's going on right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're right.
It's
definitely right.
As they say. I mean, I've listened to your stuff, and it's in that deep realm of basically real talk rap. Basically, is what I call it.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
It's not just the hey, eat these pills, go bang a back out. It ain't just all that. Yeah. It's enriching, basically. It's enlightening.
That means a lot, bro. Thank you.
So I've checked out a lot. That. But are you aware of a freestyler named Harry Mack?
If I had $1 for every time I've been asked about Harry Mack, I'll probably have like $30, $40 on me now.
I'm asking this for a specific reason.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay. So when did you do your blindfold rap when you were digging in the bag? What year was that done in?
That was 2019. Okay.
Because I've recently come across and this obviously before I kind of was aware of you as well. So I've seen on, I don't know if it was a news channel or a YouTube channel where he was on there and he was pulling out of a bag rapping, and I thought I was like, damn, like he's talented as shit. Okay. Yeah. So it kind of sits different when now it's kind of like a big artist taking a small artist song in a way.
Yeah.
So you've done this rap where you pull out and rap about the item you're pulling out blindfolded.
Yeah.
So have you seen this other guy do it?
No, I've never seen the Harry Mack blindfold video. No, this is I'll look for it, or you can send it to me.
It's too. I'll send it to you. It's about. Yeah. I don't know officially when it was released, but it had to be sometime within the last few months because one video says 2 months ago. So I'm not exactly for sure, but it had to be recent because it popped up on me. So I watched that, and then it's like I come back and there's this guy that did this probably a couple years ago at this point.
Yeah.
So I have go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you ever had like a song lyrics taken, siphoned off of you?
It's funny you say
taken and twisted up a little bit, maybe, because I mean that's what happens when if you're a writer, you can pretty much be a ghost writer as well. So someone can hear something, take it, use it. It happens a lot in the industry.
I'm gonna try to not have a long answer for this question.
Okay,
but you know, the hip hop ecosystem, especially in the era of social media, is just very open, right?
Right.
So the first thing I'll say is, I'm not the first person who's freestyle blindfolded.
Okay.
In the EO-Dub competition.
Oh, in the competition itself.
In the EO-Dub competition, there's been cats who freestyled blindfold before me. That's why I got the idea, so to speak. Right? Well, all due respect to those previous brothers who have done it before, I was blessed enough that I happened to do it in front of two very famous rappers. I happened to do it in front of probably the most famous rapper who's been to EO-Dub in the last 10 years, right?
And
Lupe Fiasco.
Okay, that's Lupe.
Lupe Fiasco, right? I had that benefit. And then, you know, I did it on a very high level. So hip hop, rap, and performance is a thing where nothing exists in its own little space. And I think a big part of the reason why sometimes people see EO-Dub content on camera, on video, and they don't really absorb the energy of performances is because a lot of those things you got to be in the room to really feel. Like I'm sure you saw the video of like Lupe and Mickey reacting like crazy to what I had did on stage, right?
Right.
So they were going crazy. Now, if you just watch the video, you might be like, all right, why was they going that hard about that? It's not that deep. There were even certain lines that I said that if you weren't in the room that night, you wouldn't understand the context. And so I say that to say I was blessed enough to just be in the context for it to be able to get attention from a great rapper. That's number one. Number two, the other thing I was going to say is things in hip hop will be used by multiple people on a regular basis. Gotcha. Sometimes that just organically happens. Sometimes a rapper gets wind of something happening, and sometimes a rapper sees something and definitely takes it. Harry Mack, I don't know if he saw the video. I don't know if somebody told him, yo, I saw a rapper do this, or if he just organically came up with that on his own.
Gotcha.
Anything is a possibility. If you want to ask me, if Lupe is jacking something, cats is going to be more aware of it than if Lupe is not jacking it, right? So it's a possibility, but I don't own blindfold rapping.
Gotcha.
So Harry Mack could go do his damn thing and turn up, and if it's fire, it's fire. So gotcha. On the other piece, have I ever had lyrics stolen? I haven't necessarily had like lyrics stolen in a weird kind of way. I did when Black Panther had come out 3 years ago. I had done these songs where I was acting as if I was Killmonger. I had done a song where I was rapping as Killmonger, and then I did a song where I was rapping as T'Challa. And ironically, there was a very obscure sample that I used on my Killmonger song that ended up on Kanye's album, which I thought was interesting. And what was also interesting about it is Kanye's label had been on my SoundCloud and they had blocked a song like the day the album dropped. So it was like, all right, I feel like Kanye used my sample. That's a whole nother thing.
Gotcha, yeah.
And I say all that to say, not to say like Kanye is wrong or I'm mad at Kanye. It's just like the hip hop ecosystem is so large. If you put something on the internet, somebody's gonna get wind of it, and somebody might use that shit. You feel me? And so that's just how hip hop is. If there's something that's direct, where it's like clearly you just took this specific thing from somebody, then that's problematic. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell cats, if somebody did something that you did, do it again and do it better. You feel me?
Yeah, gotcha. So when is the actual EOW tournament? When does that usually run?
COVID jacked up everything, but it usually runs from about January to like September. No, from January to about November or October. Yeah, that's usually
is it running right now?
No. Right now they have online content on their Zoom. They have a Zoom channel.
Okay.
Other than that, there's no competitions right now.
All right. And I also seen that EOW TV is relaunching the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Are they starting a new one?
No, they said they're relaunching it, or something like that.
Okay, shout out.
Actually, I followed them on there as well. They're capitalizing, which is what I think you need to do as well with your personal channel.
I appreciate you, bro.
All that stuff you drop on Instagram, you can drop it on Instagram, but then also drop it on YouTube. Just never know what can blow. What can blow.
That's true. No, that's good. That's good advice, bro. For sure.
But, is there anything you want to say that maybe I didn't get to ask? This is just our first interview. I'm sure we'll chat again.
Yeah, shout out to RedTop Reactions, man.
Appreciate
every artist loves to be validated, right?
Right.
And so somebody taking the time out to like listen to my music and validate it is just important. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so never take that for granted. So I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you loving hip hop.
Appreciate it, man.
And then just in general, yeah, man, this is for the love of the game. Don't think that anything that happens in these diss songs is personal. I got mad love for the game. I got mad respect for the game. All's fair in love in hip hop and war, as I always say. I got so much gratitude to Lupe for like shouting my name. He's been shouting my name for months, and I have so much gratitude to him for that. You know, it's wild that 15 years ago I was hearing Lupe for the first time, and he was blowing my mind, and then 15 years later, I'm able to blow his mind.
Right.
And it's like, what more could you ask for? You know, in hip hop, the legend's opinions are worth more than a Grammy. You feel me?
I feel that.
You feel me? If you go on stage and get an award from the Academy, that's cool. But if your favorite rappers is telling you the man, that's even greater. And so for Lupe to be able to do that just feels amazing. And so, it's all good. It's all blessings. Even if Royce comes and goes crazy and just violates. You know what I mean? It could be worse. We used to be at the bottom of a slave ship, man.
Right.
Many blessings. Many blessings.
Gotcha, man. So I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Also, I definitely want to make sure, don't forget, shout out to the late, great Vice Versus. He was the person who actually created the MC Challenge, and he was one of the founders of End of the Week. He passed away last year, unfortunately.
Man, rest in peace, man.
So, shout out to that brother. And
you said his name was Vice Versa?
Yeah, Vice Versus. Vice.
So what are you because I keep hearing where you allude to you do this for fun, you still have a job and everything. So are you do you profit in EOW? Is there anything?
Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent, like right now, if you win EOW preliminary rounds, I think they give you like $100 or something like that. But if you win the nationals, then you get an all expenses paid trip to the country, and then they give you a stipend as well. So they pay for your hotel or your Airbnb, they pay for your flight, and then they give you spending money as well. So, it's pretty fly, especially if you've never been out the country. Somebody like me, I had been out the country a couple of times when I was younger, but I had never been to Europe. So going to Prague, going to Paris, going to Brussels, and then having it paid for on some hip hop shit is just amazing. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So they send you over there to cover it all.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
First class flight.
Nothing wrong with that. But man, I appreciate you coming on the show. I could go ahead and end this. I want to just talk about some bars, cadence a little bit in your music. Now, on the diss song, you had this crazy Not Danny Glover. Was it Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh yeah.
You're always Samuel L. Jackson. You did the fucking Marvels, Nick Fury. You did the Snakes on a Plane. You did the I can't write like that. So I'm amazed when I hear things like that too. And what goes through your mind when you sit and say, I'm about to write this, and then how do you come up with it? What is your?
I hope I don't sound like, wild, but when I say it just feels divine, it feels like there's a level of divinity to it. Cause like the whole verse, the whole thing, most of the disc was stream of consciousness. Like I was just going with whatever came to my head next, like a freestyle rapper. And so like, I said so that rhyme scheme started with minimum wage. And then it was just like, I'm gonna just go with whatever comes to my mind. And then I said, play Sam Jackson on these different ways. And so I was like, all right, well, and so the only thing when I said the Sam Jackson line, the only thing I had in my head was the reference to Django. But then I was like, all right, what else can I pull out of that scheme? And then I was blessed enough to just find these other concepts that just came to me.
You freestyled that?
No, I didn't freestyle that.
Oh.
I'm saying it was stream of consciousness, similar to freestyle, where it was whatever came to my head next is just what I wrote down.
Okay, you were right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I was writing that. No.
I was about to say, if you freestyle that, that's insane to get that fast to deliver it.
Listen, man, I'm gonna start giving y'all some freestyle content soon. I don't think I represent my freestyle ability as well as I can on my socials. So I'm definitely gonna start dropping some content soon, because I could freestyle like that when I'm ready.
Man, you should, man. These YouTubers are getting on freestyling, and people come in and they support it. They support it. So it's another lane to jump into. Last question.
Hit me.
Is there any artist that you, I don't want to say fear, but if it came to it, they might just hand you your ass? Is there any artist that you feel that way about?
Lupe.
Lupe. So you're high on Lupe as well, man.
I think Lupe is the greatest technical lyricist of all time.
And he got so slept on. Lupe got so screwed in the rap game, man. He got so screwed. He was actually on his live a couple of days ago, and he was watching this little YouTuber documentary, and they're telling Lupe's career through another person's eyes. So Lupe basically went through it, and he literally dissected. I was like, damn, that happened. Yeah. Damn. He had the shoe deal with Reebok, but he was on a magazine with some Nikes on, and they killed. I was like, damn, like Lupe,
bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Then just with all the agents and all that stuff, and I say that to say, like, you have him high up there. I have him very high. He's one of my favorite rappers, top 5 easily.
Who's your top 5?
My top 5. I got Wayne. I got Eminem. J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole's probably I'm not saying he's a better lyricist than those other, but that's my favorite rapper. Like, it's just his delivery cadence, and like I say, I like conscious rap basically.
Yeah.
So Lupe, Cole, Wayne. That's my top 3, man. It's my top 3. So if I got to go 5 more, I got Eminem in there. I wasn't that big of a Jay-Z fan growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And going right from there, we'll end with this. Eminem and Jay-Z's Renegade is notable for Nas saying you got murder on your own shit, basically. Right?
Yeah.
To referencing Jay-Z, you got murder on your own shit, referencing Eminem, beating them on the track, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna get your opinion on that after I tell you mine. I grew up thinking that Eminem destroyed him on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Until I had to react to it as a 37-year-old.
Mm.
Jay-Z verse hits so much different now since I've been through a different kind of struggle now than what I would have dealt with as I had to be 16 to 19-year-old kid, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z verse is crazy on there, and I react. I even said I'm not even sure that Eminem won that anymore.
Yeah.
As fire as Eminem's verse was, I'm not sure he won that anymore. What do you think about Renegade? Because I'm asking because you had both of them in your top 5. I'm applying a little pressure.
I mean, honestly, I got to go with M. You know, that's sacrilegious. That's sacrilegious as a Brooklynite. But I don't think he left him. Nas created this. Nas and Disick J created the idea that we should pick it apart, right?
Right.
And if that idea exists, then it's like, oh yeah, he bodied him. But you know, it's not really. I don't think he left him, but I definitely think Eminem has the most impressive verse. When I was a young kid and we used to be chilling with the homies, that verse is the verse that we all rapping together. You know what I mean? We're not rapping Ho's verse. We rap Ho's verse, but the Eminem verse is who we was excited about. Yeah,
that was fire.
M killed it. M killed it. M, you know, and I know in the Black community, many people don't like this opinion. Eminem, like, I don't think he's like I said, I think Lupe is actually the technical best. I personally feel that way. But Eminem has one of the few great combinations of lyricism and character. His lyricism and his personality come together to create, and how his voice sounds. Lyricism, character, and voice come together to create like this perfect storm. I think Hove has that same combo. You know, I think Weezy had that same combo at his best. And M just got that. Go ahead.
So you are a Black man, right? I'm not confused here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I heard you say that you were listening to Eminem as a Black man. So there's a stigma that Black people in urban areas don't listen to Eminem.
Oh yeah.
I listen to Eminem and you listen to Eminem.
Yeah, that's a huge misconception. I mean, especially we were too young to care about his race being the difference. I feel like if M came out when I was a full-blown adult, the guys who were like 20, guys who were like 30 years old back then, maybe they wasn't feeling M and I could dig it. But at 12 years old, I was 12 and M came out. 11.
Yeah.
Like that stuff, that provocative shit,
that
shit is fire. Especially at that age, I work with middle school kids, man. Middle school kids, at that age, you love, even in high school, you love that provocative shit. You love that raw shit. And so it's not about, oh, this is what white people do. Nah, that shit was crazy. And he was being intentional because when he was on his PG-13 shit, he wasn't getting nowhere. When he was on his rated R NC-17 shit, that's what gets attention. You know, at the end of the day, that's how we programmed as human beings. Like this, the raw shit always gets our attention.
Gotcha, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show again, man. Hopefully we'll get to chat again.
Yeah, for sure.
In the meantime, we're gonna sit and we're gonna wait. You know, if I were you, get on the prowl.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah, get on the prowl. And be ready just in case.
I'll be ready, man.
I'm just gonna say
maybe it'll go the other way, man. Me, him, Lupe, Mickey Facts, and
I think
we'll all do a We Are the World together. You know what I mean?
That would be dope. I think you need to be added into that next four-man podcast. Like here's Royce, here's Lupe, here's Mickey Facts, and then boom. There's the man right there. What you gonna say now, Royce? What we gonna say now?
That'll be hilarious.
I fully expect Royce to get your flame retardant suits. Like I'm just gonna say it like this. If Royce decides to write back, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, of course.
It's gonna be
absolutely
crazy.
Royce is a beast. Royce is a beast.
For hip hop, I'm really looking forward to it for hip hop alone.
Sure.
I'm hoping that the respect that he said he has is there to carry that a little bit. You know, a good wholesome battle is just good for hip hop, man. With real writers, because you're much like Daylight and King Los. It seems like you and Royce would get there on a much higher level than just how much money I have and I got these jewels. It's gonna get way deeper than that. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, man, appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you coming on, bro. I'll be in touch though, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.